Alright, hey guys, Subliminal Bomb here, and today I've got my friend Zero Killer with me, and I decided that he would be a really good candidate for this because he is my only other rushing friend on Modern Warfare 2.
Hey everyone, I'm Zero Killer. I was playing this game with Subliminal today.
And we got a team tactical for you. It's a Domination on Terminal, and I'm using the Mini Uzi because people recommended it. It's not really my favorite gun. Lucas, what are you using?
Right now, for rushing, my favorite is probably the Vector, but I was just trying to unlock the 2,500 kills on the UMP, so that's what I had been primarily using in this video. But now I'm into the Vector, so yeah.
What perks do you like for the UMP?
For the UMP, I use Ninja just because you never want to let anyone hear your footsteps when you're running around their spawn. Also, Stopping Power and Marathon because I feel Stopping Power is necessary for the UMP. I don't know why; it just feels better for me.
Yeah, I've been using the MP5K actually a lot lately. I don't know. I
Yeah,
like the,
MP5 really good.
the the fire rate on it. Just really works for me.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what we got here. I actually was playing objectively this game, as opposed to some of those other commentators out there who go into objective games and just try to get kills, and that's pretty common, which is starting to be a pretty big problem in games like Domination and Demolition. These people get into their camping spots and just go for kill streaks.
Yeah. Excuse me. We have to talk about the EMP that you just got in our care package.
Definitely. We got actually two good stories. Well, not really good stories, but some comments on that. Uh, Usually for me, I don't know if the game's spiting me for being a good rusher, but I normally get ammos and UAVs. I'm not complaining about UAVs because they're pretty useful, but I see my teammates all the time getting things like chopper gunners and AC-130s, and it starts to bother me. So why don't you tell them about what happened to you the other day?
All right. So the other day, I was playing with I think the four people that I'm playing with now. With like Rick, yeah, with sorry, Subliminal, and we were all playing a bunch of games together, and I just kept getting care packages, but every single one of them, without fail, was an ammo. I wasn't even getting UAVs. It was over and over again, and I have four witnesses for this. It would never stop. It was the most hilarious thing I've ever experienced.
Not even an exaggeration. It was literally six in a row, maybe more, just ammo after ammo. And ammo can be useful at a time.
Yeah, ammo can be useful, but I usually don't deploy my care package until I respawn, so it generally doesn't help me since I have full ammo right when I respawn.
Yeah, definitely. And same with the emergency airdrops. I think it's just a factor of luck, and that's why I like to use things like airstrikes because I find that people are more and more starting to shoot down air support, and things like stealth bombers can't be shot down. So that proves to be really useful. Oh, and also I want to talk to you guys about how rushing is a lot different from camping and how it's a better feeling you get from it and some of the benefits it can give you. How about you start off, Lucas?
All right. The reason I choose to rush is first and foremost because I believe that kill to death ratios is literally just a number, and if you care enough on a game about how much like your friends are seeing how high your kill to death ratio is, I really don't think it's an important thing. And I think that rushing is all in all way more rewarding because if you're rushing around having fun with a game, like at first you're not going to do too well, but in a while you'll start getting good kill to death ratios rushing, and you'll just feel good about what you're doing, and it feels a lot better than sitting in a corner like trying to build up your kill streak and getting a million kill to death. Like who cares about that anyway?
Definitely, I agree. We've got some friends in here. Actually, I won't say any names, but some people like to camp and they really care about their kill death. I say I'd rather have a 2.0 or so kill to death ratio from rushing than maybe a 3 or 4 from sitting with a grenade launcher. And I feel like if you're playing a video game, you should definitely be having more fun with it than just sitting in one spot.
Definitely agree with you. Also, I think rushing is a lot more beneficial towards the objective. Why don't you talk about that a little bit?
Oh, definitely. For example, even what we're playing right now, Domination. Uh, you can't capture flags while you're sitting in one spot. As you could see, maybe not as much as I normally do, but in this game, I capture a few flags, maybe defend a few points. Even in games like Demolition or Search and Destroy. Now, Search and Destroy is a big one because it's a completely like whole different game than something where you respawn because it causes a lot more worry about dying because you're going to be dead for the whole round. But I feel if you can play in respawning games such as like Domination or Demolition or something like that, and you can become a good rusher and learn the strategies, it'll prove to be a lot more rewarding. It can be a lot more rewarding in points, in how your friends view you as a player. It could even get you more kill streaks as opposed to sitting in one area where people in Search and Destroy might not even pass by because people like us, the rushers, will get to them first.
Exactly. And also with rushing in a game type like Search and Destroy, a lot of the time people will be staying more towards their spawn, and that can be beneficial towards a rusher because they can get behind them when they're not even looking and they're expecting to be picking off snipers and people using assault rifles, but meanwhile someone with something like a Mini Uzi pops up right behind them and takes them out.
Definitely. And also another thing I thought of when you're talking about that was how important it was to either make friends and play with on Xbox or play with just your friends back home because most of the people you get matched up with in matchmaking really are not objective players, sometimes not talented players, and really most of the time I've found that the community on this game is really just obnoxious people.
Yeah. And it can be, if you go online and you hear someone talking and you don't have your mic plugged in and they seem like someone who's playing objectively, playing tactically, those are the kind of people that you want to, hook up your mic and just say, hey, what's up? And maybe, ask them if you can add them to friends or if they'll add you to friends because, in the future, those are going to be the kind of people that you want to be playing with.
Definitely. And I'm not saying the whole community on this game is bad because I know some of you guys who are watching my videos are great people, but you got to be honest, there's a lot of schmucks on this game, and whether it's little kids or racists or whatever it may be, they can really just hinder your gameplay. Because another thing that I found out in my time of playing this game is that your mood when you're playing really affects your gameplay. Like if you're in a bad mood, you're frustrated with the game, that will really affect your gameplay. Because if you're getting camped or something like that, I found that my kills half, my deaths double. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And when you're playing with people that you enjoy playing with, you're generally not caring as much about how well you do and if you can beat those other people. You're just playing to have fun. That's what games are all about, and that's why I think rushing is important. Playing objectively is important, and just as much enjoying playing with the people you're playing with is just as important.
Exactly. And whether or not you're playing objectively with your friends, you'll end up doing better. You'd be surprised. You'll be doing better than you would have when you're playing alone because you're enjoying yourself and you're having a good time. And sometimes when your mind's off the game, you'll be doing better, not paying attention, running around, having a good time. And that's really what video games are about.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, that's all what video games are about. Sometimes, in competitive play, it can get, more intense, but if you're just playing some pub games with your friends, it's all about having fun.
Definitely. And even if you're playing objectively, which I definitely recommend trying because it can be really fun. As you can see here, we're playing in a team tactical game, and we are definitely playing tactically. Me and my friend here, Lucas, we're rushing. Look at this, dominating in their spawn. Then we've got this kid in front of me, Jeebus, right here with the stinger on his back. Like I said before, that's really important. And just guarding the flags. You'd be surprised. You could have a great time setting up that UAV kill streak, the counter UAV, and maybe even the sentry. You could guard those flags, and just those UAVs and counter UAVs could be more devastating than you think.
Yeah, and finally, I'd just like to mention the fact that, as you can see, we've got two flags locked in. This is really important. Don't cap the third flag in domination and encourage your teammates to leave that third flag open and try and get them in a spawn trap because that's an effective method in domination.
Definitely, it may seem newbie or whatever you want to call it, just like a low blow, but it's really just a powerful strategy to use. Because if you get them trapped in their spawn, and I'm not saying you watch them appear and you kill them as they appear, but it's really just an effective way to play. So I think this is the end of the game here. I went 46-8, and my friend went 27-18. Not too bad. I want to thank you guys for watching and expect some more in the future. A big thank you to all those out there who helped me reach 100 subscribers.